Hey guys, Ramblin Bob here again. Two questions I had from subscribers. One is, in the first video that I ever put up, I charged the EB3000 batteries with the charger from the E2000LFP. Now that's a 600 watt charger, right? And the batteries can only take in 400 watts. The simple answer to this is yes. You can charge the EB3000 with any 5-pin, that's the key, 5-pin aviation style charger that they have, whether the 400 watt version that's specifically made for 400 watts, or if you use the 600 watts, it'll obviously just downstep to 400 watts. And how it does that is the EB3000s have obviously MPPT controllers and BMS, which is the battery management system, built in each battery. So that way, no matter how much power you're trying to shove in there, it's irrelevant. It'll stop it and block it at exactly 400 watts. No matter how you achieve that through voltage, and amps equals to watts. You know, say you had 400 volts coming in at 1 amp. Right? That's 400 watts. So it would limit it. So you don't have to worry about it. And they said that they didn't see it in the manual. One thing about those manuals, guys, no offense to Pecron, those manuals were terrible. Even the updated ones that had the solutions in there, boy, they were hecka confusing for a lot of people. I mean, you know, that's why all these videos exist, because of that manual in the first place. They are getting better, though. But I wish all these companies that are overseas would, or from any country for that matter, just hire one person from each country that you want to represent, you know, that country as kind of like a liaison, kind of, you know, like a marketing leader, if you will, for that section of the world, where you can focus, like obviously United States, the number one would be English and possibly Spanish. So you know, all you have to do is hire one person that's, you know, bilingual or multilingual, just so they can get these instruction manuals correct, and you don't have that hard broken English, because that's what makes it extremely tough to understand. And even English to English, sometimes when you put words to text, you know, you could get lost in translation. Think back to when you read a text, and you read a text. Were they angry in this text? Were they happy? It's hard to understand the meaning behind the words sometimes, because you would read something different than I would if we both read the same thing. That's why people have different like descriptions and opinions on books. You know, it's a simple thing. But with instruction manuals, I think the key is to have them as clear as you can, and I think everybody would back me up on that, because the people that buy your products, you want them to understand what to do and how to use your piece of equipment, so they enjoy it and they come back and buy more. That's the whole concept of business, is to get a rapport, and then people trust your products, and then they come back because they enjoy your product. That's the whole concept of business. The other one was like here, this is the old charger, and even though this is 600 watts out, right? Notice that this has an aviation I don't know if you can see that, but it's a 5-pin aviation plug. Even the new one, and I think I'm the only one in the world, it seems, that has one of these. But, you know, Pecron sent this to me. They upgraded mine when, let me turn the lights on here a little bit. They upgraded mine when I ordered another one of those lunch boxes, and this is what they sent me. So I didn't order this, they sent it to me. And this is way better than the original one. And then the other thing was, what was the difference between the lunch box and the new one? That was the other question I had. Well, we finally found out what the answer was. I forgot the name of the scriber who sent me down the right road to research, but I appreciate it, and if I remember your name, I'll definitely put it in a future video. So the reason that this one uses so much vampiric power, and it loses so much power charging compared to this one, is the simple thing is the power factor. So the power factor is almost almost 100%, which is very rare, but it almost is. And this one is like 0.68%. Or 68%. So obviously that bump of power means that the motor, if you will, this is a charger in this situation, runs more efficiently. So just imagine this one getting better gas mileage than this one. They both put out the same power, except this one uses the power more efficiently. So that's pretty much the extent of that. But I always wanted to go back to those manuals, guys. I really wish that these companies would just just hire one. All you need is one person, and they can be in charge of writing your manual, or even your marketing team. If you guys remember when Pecron made those darn pictures of the batteries, and they had them hooked up wrong in their own marketing pictures. Remember, it was like from the E2000 to the port number 1, and then it was port number 2 to port number 2. Well, I got news for you guys. They still have some of those pictures up. Like, I had them corrected on a lot of their Amazon listings. I mentioned them, set pictures. I said, hey, you're showing people the wrong way according to what you told everybody. You might want to, change that or update that, just so people don't hook them up the wrong way. You know what I mean? But I think that's the basis of all businesses. Make a good product, make people understand that product, and then make people want to come back and buy more of your products because you've earned it. You've earned the trust, you've earned the quality, and you've earned the respect of the consumer. I think that's the bottom line here. But it's just an opinion, but I think it's very valid because these guys they're rushing stuff out so quick, so I can understand that. But the manuals still need a lot of help. They're still confusing. Like, a lot of people don't know they made a third version of this inside, which is they have both menu 1 and menu 2, right? 2 menus in there now because they forgot to delete one of them. So I'm not putting Pecron down at all. I want them to get better because I want to buy more machines. I like this machine. I just want people to understand it better so they can enjoy their systems too. I didn't want to be the only one out there with the right information. That's why we started this channel. But I guess it sounds kind of like a small little rant, but it's simple things like that. Like, going back to what I said before about the person asking me that charging the EB3000 by itself with a charger is not in the manual. There's a lot of stuff that's not in the manual. So I wish that they would kind of sit down, correct the manual. I believe Jasonoid said the same thing. For a company to release something and not have it complete at the time of release, come on, guys, we gotta, I know we can do better than that. I mean, this company strives to fix a lot of things, but these are important things. These are, that manual, I think that's 100% important, because if the manual says do this and you do that and the manual is wrong, well, guess what? You're going to be upset. You're going to be upset. You're going to try to return the product. You're going to exchange it or whatever. And it's all unneeded because of a simple mistake that the manual was goofy. So, guys, if you have any more questions, please feel free. We have a whole community we started now. We got over 200 subscribers now, and a lot of people here, either have these machines or know a lot about them. And anybody 24 hours a day is happy to help you at like a drop of a hat, I mean, I get answers at 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes. So, yeah, I think that's all I can say on this update. I just wanted to put this out there to kind of clarify something. And this goes all the way back to the first video, like I said. I mean, that's a long time ago. That was 2 months ago. But people are still asking questions on those because those darn manuals are not 100%. So please feel free, guys. By the time they get to this video, they're going to have to watch 2 months of videos. But then when people do get here, they can use that information to help their friends and family and whoever else buys these things. All right, guys, ramble on. Be safe. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. Thank you for liking the videos. It means a lot. Thank you, Wendy, again. You bought me 5 cups of that hot chocolate. I love hot chocolate. My wife set that up for me, so thank you so much. All right, guys, ramble on. Be safe, and I'll talk to you again. Okay, bye.